Hello everyone, and welcome back to Wigger Reading. Today I will be reading SCP-1585, Red Queen Island, Object Class, Euclid. SCP-1585 is a colossal specimen of the phylum Cnidaria, jellyfish, found to be most genetically similar to Chrysaora, fuscascens, Pacific sea nettle. The bell of SCP-1585 is 544 meters across, 412 of which are above the surface of the water, with its tentacles extending over 2,500 meters in length. Unlike other skyphosans, SCP-1585's bell consistently secretes a porous skeleton of calcium carbonate from its top, closely resembling that of anthozoan corals. This hard surface completely paralyzes SCP-1585's bell, preventing undulation. Instead, SCP-1585 will extend and retract its tentacles to kite subsurface currents, granting mobility. Over time, natural processes have created a small habitable area on the surface of SCP-1585's calcified bell, as well as a recruitment surface just below the waterline. It is here that SCP-1585's secondary anomalous effect can most easily be observed. Species who take residence on SCP-1585's surface will evolve at an extremely rapid rate, developing drastic adaptations in the span of only a few generations. Due to SCP-1585's mobility and apparent age, estimated at over 6,000 years, it has managed to, and continues to, recruit various species of plant and animal from all around the Pacific Rim, with haplotypes in certain extant species extending to as far away as Madagascar. Competition among endemic species is fierce, constantly forcing responses to predation and competition stresses in order to keep reproductive fitness at a viable level. It is worth mentioning, however, that only adaptations conveying a higher level of fitness are seen in organisms reproducing on SCP-1585, with neutral and negative mutations entirely absent. Species endemic to SCP-1585 are capable of invading areas that SCP-1585 passes close to. Subsequent generations are not known to retain their rapid evolutionary pace once leaving SCP-1585, although their specialized adaptations often make them a threat to local ecology. List of notable species. Read in order of designation, closest known related species, and description. -1. Black-faced ant thrush. Birds had adapted specialized skulls for pecking through bones of dead animals in order to reach detritivores and marrow within. -21. Coconut palm. Shorter than traditional palm trees, these trees were capable of asexual budding, believed to have been wiped out after SCP-1585 floated through a tsunami, and the surviving population was quickly destroyed. -55. Hawaiian garden spider. Larger than baseline, with the largest recorded being 1.5 meters in length. It has been shown that webs can be as large as 7 meters across, and has been observed to capture birds such as -1 and other non-endemic seabirds. Species exhibits a complex social structure identical to ants. -77. Common mud skipper. More terrestrial than baseline, with physiology and behavior in line with common tree frogs. Observed subspecies exhibit aposematism, ranging from coloration to note toxicity to mimicry of more dangerous species such as 55 or 304. -114. Firefly squid. These squid had adapted a thicker mantle suitable in shape for burrowing in sand. While burrowed, they would lay their arms out above the surface in a radial pattern, quickly capturing any prey that walks over them. 120. Laysan albatross. This species is completely flightless, with a larger curved beak and shorter wings. They have been shown to behave curiously towards researchers stationed on 1585, and shown docility and even friendliness towards them in past expeditions into the interior. The species has survived the extinction event caused by 304 and has managed to recover to pre-event population levels. -155 Marine iguana. Believed to be one of the oldest endemic species to SCP-1585, this species has developed longer feather-like scales, as well as long forelimbs for gliding. 202 Japanese ivy. This species managed to outcompete nearly every other plant species on the island in a few short years and completely blanketed SCP-1585 from 1981 to 1984. Causing a minor extinction event, resulting in the loss of 64% of terrestrial species. 203 California sea lion. Fully aquatic, much like modern cetaceans with near-identical physiology, with the exception of the lack of dorsal fin and the retention of ears, albeit smaller than average. Whiskers are modified as they are longer and thicker than baseline California sea lion, as well as covering the entire front of the mouth. Functions identically to ballenes in the Mysticeti parvorder of cetaceans. 204 California sea lion. Identical physiology to 203, with the exception of two protruding canines, functionally similar to the horn of the narwhal, as well as the total lack of whiskers on face. Seen as the main predator to 258, and occasionally preys upon 361. The existence of 203 and 204 proves the existence of speciation from a common ancestor on 1585. 258 Brown paper nautilus. Morphologically similar to standard members of genus Argonauta, 258 lives underneath SCP-1585's bell among its tentacles and exhibits a highly ordered social structure similar to bees. Believed to have formed a mutualistic relationship with 1585, providing protection in exchange for access to 1585's food. 304 Unnamed nudibranch. 304 adaptations included a modified radula, which would chemically burn chitinous shells of its former predators, consisting largely of decapod crustaceans. Unfortunately, a byproduct of this reaction was hydrogen cyanide. The resulting rise in population of 304 triggered another extinction event on SCP-1585, resulting in the loss of 88% of marine species as well as 35% of terrestrial species. 361 Glaucus gull. Wing and feather size reduced. Subsequent dissections revealed appearance of myoglobin and muscle tissue, corresponding with increased diving abilities. Discovery and history. SCP-1585 was discovered by the Foundation in 1930, following sighting of strange non-native birds on the island of Guam, which could peck holes through bone. SCP-1585 was discovered 245 kilometers to the northeast, and had raised suspicion due to not appearing on any map or nautical chart. Following the second observed extinction event caused by species 304, the current special containment procedures were enacted, and SCP-1585 was relocated to the Northern Hemisphere. Recruitment rates have dropped significantly due to lower diversity, and the population of SCP-1585 has somewhat stabilized. Footnotes 1. Microbial organisms do not seem to be affected by SCP-1585. The leading theory for this is that SCP-1585 affects individual organisms at the time fertilization takes place, leaving asexual organisms unaffected. Special Containment Procedures. Due to the size and nature of SCP-1585, containment is primarily focused on suppressing public knowledge and access to SCP-1585. Containment and research is to be carried out primarily by the SCPS Garand, publicly RV Van Valen, in the Western Hemisphere, and the SCPS Tokarev, publicly RFS Filipchenko, in the Eastern Hemisphere. If SCP-1585 moves within 500 kilometers of major coastline, 250 kilometers within the boundary of a major current, or 50 kilometers of a major shipping lane, it is to be towed to a safe distance. Persons entering the area within 15 kilometers of SCP-1585 are to be informed that they are entering a marine-protected sanctuary and turned away. Craft which enter within 2 kilometers of SCP-1585 are to be captured and administered Class C amnestics. Bi-monthly excursions to SCP-1585 are organized by Doctors Rooker and Sucks, depending on SCP-1585's current location. SCP-1585 is currently contained in the North Pacific Gyre, approximately 1,500 kilometers south of the Aleutians Islands, 40.91, 178.93.